And now
Oh no!
the last one,
The creme de la creme.
obvious one, yeah.
The creme de la creme of religions.
What about
Islam?
a religion called Islam? Yeah.
Oh, where do I start, man? Oh my god.
Where do I
I
start?
did a whole video which lasted 40 minutes as why I'm not a Muslim. And so I'm not sure
Maybe it's 40 minutes.
I can shorten it down. Alright, the crux of it, if you think about, I don't really like talking about theology. Obviously I don't believe in the Abrahamic faith's idea of heaven and hell. And I think Islam's idea of heaven, although it sounds amazing, damn, I wouldn't mind going there.
72 virgins.
Yeah, it's not, and rivers of wine. It does sound good. I don't think it's reality or what will happen. It also seems like God is very, very vengeful. Obviously I'm a traditionalist, so I believe that, certain things are a sin, homosexuality, but I would fight for their rights to be gay. I don't want to imprison them or stone them to death or chuck them off a building. So for me, the biggest problem with Islam is actually Sharia. I think Sharia is a very barbaric system, and if it was to be taken out, I probably would never talk about Islam, because then it becomes kind of like null and void. There's no sting to it. It's the Sharia that has the sting, because you have real life consequences. So obviously, you can stone people to death, you can execute people for apostasy. And I do ask Muslims. I had a conversation with a nice Muslim brother, and when I asked him about apostasy, he suddenly went into taqiyya mode. Sorry, guy, and he couldn't remember what the penalty for apostasy is. So I always say to Muslims, if in the Quran it says there's no compulsion in religion, but your hadith has a death penalty for leaving it, what is it? You can't join a religion if a religion, and then when you leave it, that it's a death penalty. It's a bit like Scientology, but on heat. With Scientology they go after you with like legal action. With Islam they go after you with stones or something. I don't know what they do. Sorry guys, I know they don't like my sense of humour. But yeah, Islam is the kind of like, it has good parts too. I agree with certain things like not drinking, being modest. I agree with praying and giving to the poor. There's some good stuff. I have to put some good things at the end. Just in case, so I can just say there are some good things. But overall, I think there's no point being 90% good when you got 10% of it, which is absolutely terrible. Yeah, you might as well just not count the whole thing. If it was like 1%, I'd say so. Yes, that's my take on Islam, and I don't believe that Islam is perfect. If you tell me something's perfect and I'm finding hundreds of faults, then there's a problem. If you tell me Muhammad's perfect and I find lots of faults in his character, then there's a problem. I think they've set themselves a standard that is so high,
too high, yeah,
that they keep on failing it, and then they get angry when people point it out. Don't tell me you're perfect. And it's like, if I put my drawing out right now and I said my drawing's perfect, yeah, everyone's going to critique it. If I just left it there for everyone to admire, no one would even say anything. So they put a criteria on themselves which they cannot live up to, and now they're getting upset when people in the West are criticizing and finding faults. And this is why we're going to have a problem with like blasphemy and freedom of speech, because what you see as freedom of speech to them is hate speech. So that's my take on Islam.
One last question.
Yeah.
What do you think about like what happened to Tommy Robinson?
I think it's
what do you think about that?
So for me, it's a disgrace. I mean, ultimately he did break the law. I think.
Yeah,
I think if you had like a suspended sentence or a slap on the wrist or a fine, I think all right, fair enough. But when you have a 13-month prison sentence, then I think that's really, really harsh.
Yeah.
And it's something that I don't think if it wasn't Tommy Robinson, they wouldn't have done that. So I say free Tommy Robinson, and I support him. A lot of people call me an Uncle Tom for saying that, but I don't care. If the reason why I support Tommy Robinson, let me just say, he has supported the Sikh community for 10 years about grooming. A lot of people called him racist, but it was Tommy Robinson that was at the temple when some girl got raped in Luton. It was Tommy Robinson that supported the Sikhs and highlighted our plight. And so if someone does that, I'm a loyal person. So I stick up for him when he's in the time of need as well.
Yeah. Okay, Raj. Thank you very much, man.
Anyway, take care.
Bye.